Friends, please join me in giving tzedakah and join me in Edvar Torah, which I would like to share with you. Do you have any idea how many times the name of Moshe is mentioned in the Torah? Now, you can start counting, but I can make your life easier. A fellow by the name of Hershey, he already counted and he claims there are 613 times where the name of Moshe, including some adjectives, are mentioned in the Torah. But ironically, in the Parsha, which is in close proximity to the birth and the passing of Moshe Rabbeinu, the seventh day of the month of Adar, which by the way is tomorrow, and the Parsha of this week, which is Tetzaveh, in this Parsha, his name is not mentioned at all. Why is that? Although the entire Parsha consists of a communication between God and Moshe Rabbeinu, commanding him of preparing, of assuring and receiving the oil for the menorah, how to make the garments of the Kohen, the inauguration of the Mishkan, all about Moshe Rabbeinu talking to God, communicating with Moshe Rabbeinu, yet his name is not there. Starts with Va'ata Tetzaveh, and you command. The Baal HaTurim, a classic commentary, says that when the Jewish people committed the sin of the golden calf, and God was going to annihilate the entire Jewish people, Moshe Rabbeinu stood up to God and he said, God, if you're planning to carry out your plan, count me out. Erase me from the book that you wrote. Erase me from the Torah. I'm going along with the people. God indeed accepted Moshe Rabbeinu's plea and forgave the Jewish people. But since Moshe Rabbeinu said, erase me from the Torah, therefore there is one parsha which his name is not in there. But again, why this parsha? Just the one which is connected to his birth and to his passing. But herein lies the answer. Usually the Torah starts with Vaydaber Hashem el Moshe Lemer, God spoke to Moshe Rabbeinu, Daber al Bnei Yisrael, speak to the Jewish people. Here the Torah starts like a mid-sentence, Va'ata Tetzaveh, and you command. Skipping the introductory usual approach, God speaks to Moshe Rabbeinu and he commands him. And the reason for that is not a negative term, you, disrespectful, but the opposite. The you represents the essence of who you are. The you here in this parsha represents the essence of who Moshe Rabbeinu is. And who is Moshe Rabbeinu? The faithful shepherd. So in that moment, in this context, the name is superfluous. Because the name is actually added to the person after he's born. In the case of Moshe Rabbeinu, 3 months after he was born, given by Batya, an Egyptian princess. God is relating here to Moshe Rabbeinu, not on his name, but on the essence of who he is. And who is he? Servant of God. And the faithful shepherd. Raya Mehemna. As God himself says, I can entrust him with my people. Whole Basi, my entire home, my entire people, I trust him fully. It is this total commitment that Moshe Rabbeinu has to us, which brings out within us our total connection to him and the faith, the infinite faith that we possess. This comes from Moshe Rabbeinu feeding us this faith. In fact, we say Raya Mehemna, which translated as faithful shepherd, but Raya Mehemna, says the Rebbe Maimer, also means the one who feeds us the Emunah. Very interesting. In 1992, shortly before the Rebbe had his stroke, the Rebbe stood for hours and personally handed thousands of his followers of Chassidim, or whoever was there. A kuntrus, a booklet of the Chassidic discourse titled Va'atot Tetzaveh. And in this discourse, the topic which is discussed is exactly that. How Moshe Rabbeinu in his time, and how the Moshe Rabbeinu in every generation, in our generation, the Rebbe, is feeding us with the faith, particularly the faith necessary in the last moments of exile. Just before seeing the explosion, so to say, of the divine infinite light of redemption, Moshe Rabbeinu, is giving us the faith to be able to hold on to it.